Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on my everyday makeup that I do. So I'm actually going to start with putting my hair up in a ponytail because I don't want my hair getting in my face when I'm putting my makeup on. So I have already put my contact lenses in, I've already washed my face, so this is the blank canvas to start off with, and the first thing I'm going to use is my L'Oreal Paris True Match foundation. It's a bit hard to see, but this is shade Rose Vanilla 2.0/2.C. I recently got this is quite new actually, but I've used it quite a lot because I think it's my favourite one so far. I used to use a mousy colour, and I think it was like colour Fawn, but it didn't really match my skin, and I just followed what my sister and my mum was doing, but it just made my skin look very, like, you could see the cracks in my skin. It wasn't that great. So I'm going in with this brush. This is Studio London. I don't really know what type of brush. And then I just go all over my face and just cover it all. I usually use either 1 or 2 squeezes on my hand. One is usually for more like, oh, I'm gonna lay back sort of day, and then I usually use 2 if I'm going out somewhere. So here I've got 2 on. I'm not going anywhere, but my birthday is coming up. Ooh. I just tried to cover everywhere, even like above the eyeball. It looks really terrible now, but you've got to blend it in after. Because this brush is not very good at blending unless you just go over it like 1,000 times. Make sure you get your neck as well. So that's all gone from my hand, except I've got this patch now. So I'll just wipe that off with a normal wet wipe, or a face wipe, or whatever you call it. And then I'm going to use my spongy puff thing and just blend all that into my face. Out of all the foundations I have used, this one feels the nicest on my face. Like, it doesn't feel like I can just wipe off the foundation or get it onto my clothes, and it just blends so well into my skin. So I'm going to be using that for a while until the next one comes along. That's my foundation done, and then I go into, also on my foundation I use this Superstay pressed powder. This is shade Fawn, so you can't really see it on the camera, but yeah, it's shade Fawn, and this is what I used to use as a foundation, not as this. And then I just go over some areas. I don't go too much on this because I already like how the foundation sits on my face. That's done. The next thing I usually go into is my eyebrows. So I use the Max Factor Brow Shaper. This is shade 30, deep brown, because I quite like my eyes dark. And then for this one, I usually go from the start and then to the edge, and then I sort of go to the edge and sort of shape it. I sort of shape and follow my line basically. So I'm not the best person at eyebrows. There are probably so many other people who can shape it better than me, but I sort of just like follow the line, and I do prefer thicker eyebrows. I don't like thin eyebrows. So That's that one outline, but maybe a bit much there. And then this one. So that's the outline of them done. And then I'll go in with my Revolution Focus and Fix Brow Shaping Kit. So this is medium dark. I think I got this from Superdrug, I'm not sure. I got it a while ago then. And then I usually go into the darkest brown there is. And then I start from the arch and go out with a deeper colour, and then I come in with a lighter colour. Or no, not a lighter colour, I come in a lot more lightly with this colour. And the same with the other one. Usually I go through with the brush end of the pencil and just go through it, and then I go up at the beginning and then I go downwards with the angle at the end. I just prefer it that way. I will also wipe just with my finger through the eyebrow in case there's like any excess eyebrow, and then it's also good to check from a distance what your eyebrows look like. And then I just go over it with a pencil bit just in case any areas which have like ziggity zaggedy bits or jumpy bits. And then the next thing I go to is my eyeshadow. I'm going to be using Jeffree and Shane's Conspiracy palette. I've been using this quite a lot lately because it's got such a range of colours in it. They come out so easily on my eyes. So I'm going to go in with, I really can't read that, but it's a brush and it's got an end like this. It's got just like a normal small brush, and then on the other end it's got like a smaller one. So I really like this eyeshadow because it's very light. It's not like rock hard on your skin and jabbing your eye out. So I'm going to go in with the shade Pigment, the piggy one, and I'm going to put that all over my eye. So after I've done that, I'm going to go in with the shade, I'm going to go in with the shade Ranch, it's the top corner, and I'm going to use this smaller end of my brush. I'm going very lightly into the front of my eye, and then sort of blend it into the pink pigment shade. So here I'll just usually like play around with this part of my eye because it's so easy to make it look terrible. So I do like having it lighter here. So the next thing I'm going to go into is, once again using the thicker end of the eyeshadow, I'm going to go into shade Trisha here. This one's really sparkly colour. And then I'm going to go into the end, just like this part, so I don't go onto the end bit. And then go outwards. So this colour comes out so well. It's like probably one of my favourite colours in the whole pack. That's what my eyes look like at the moment. And then I'm going to use the smaller end of the brush and then go in with Pigment once again, just put a tiny bit on, and then I'm going to go under my eye, like not on the eye line but just under it. Just go to the halfway line between your eye. So now it's like halfway. And then I go in with the shade Diet Cola at the bottom. dark colour bit. And then I use, once again, this end. Make sure you wipe off the excess colour, otherwise you'll be getting that colour all over your face. And then you go with the dark colour, which I do like this shade as well. And then you go from the front end and then here. But like when you do it, try to blend in halfway so you can just go a bit over onto the pink. I'm gonna go with a bit more ranch on this side, just because it's not showing that well. Ranch is probably like one of those colours which I find a bit chalky, but like I like the brightness of it. So after that, I've got like my eyeshadow done. I might actually go in with a bit more Trisha and just blend it to the front a bit. I have finished with the eyeshadow, so now I'm going to go on to the mascara. I have like different mascaras, but I've been using this Max Factor X Fusion mascara for quite a while. It says full slash effect on it. I just go over my eyelashes. I have been told I have really long eyelashes, but I don't know if that's just the amount of mascara I put on, because I quite like to put a lot, but I don't like it clumpy. The other eye. Ooh. Let me look it over. I find without mascara, and if I just left eyeshadow on, it would probably look terrible, but then with the mascara it just brings it out. So this is what my eyes look like close up. So the next thing I'm going to go onto is probably highlighter. So the highlighter I do really like to use is the Freedom. This is Freedom Professional London Pro Highlight. So I do really like this, but I'm not sure if it's just me, but I just find it doesn't come out that much into a brush. So I'm going to use this brush. I have no idea where it's from, I've had it for ages. And then I'm just going to go into it. It doesn't come out much on the brush, but that just might be me. I think it's because it's a really light colour, it doesn't come out much on. Like, I have to put a lot on the brush for it to show up on my face. But I do really like the colour when it does show up. So a lot of people say you go towards your mouth, I think, but I usually go towards my nose just because I feel like that matches with the shape of my jaw. I also have a light coming from here, which is a window, so I think that might be why it's hard to show up this side as well. And I also take the same one and I use my finger. I never use a brush because it just works all fine, and then I put a tiny bit on my nose, and then I take the brush and sort of blend it out. This is Studio London once again. So this is how my face looks like with all the eyeshadow done and the highlight. Because I've got pink on my eye, I might go in with a bit of this highlight. This is quite old, I got this a while ago. So this is Tanya Burr Cosmetics. So this is her pink shade. I do really like the shade. It comes out way better than the Freedom highlighter that I have. So I'm just going to go in with this brush again, and then I might just go a little bit above where I've done just a tiny bit, where I've done the Freedom lighter highlighter, just to give me that pinky effect. I also sometimes put eyeliner on, but today I just don't feel like it. I don't usually put lipstick on. The ones I have, usually they come off really quickly. I do have some, like this Rouge one, Rouge Edition Velvet, which it does stay, but I just don't really want to put it. Might go with a look actually, but I just don't feel like putting it on. So I'm usually more of a lip balm person, so I usually just go in like Vaseline or something. So if I do go in with lipstick, I do usually just use a little tiny bit, and then so I go on the inside. So I do have lip liner, but today I just don't feel like wearing it. This is usually makeup that I use if I was like going out anywhere, or like usually maybe dressing up for something. But if I'm like in the mood, I will wear it like mainly every day. I don't usually wear makeup every day, but if I do, it probably looks something like this. If not, if I'm having a really lazy day, I probably won't even put eyeshadow on. I just go straight for mascara. So take my hair down and brush it all out. It's been up for a while. It's also quite wet because I did have a shower. So this is the look. So up close, they're my eyes. Let me just get a better angle. So this is like against light. So I've got my window shining at me, and then so this is what the look has come to. I quite like it actually. I've had pink on my eyes before, but I've not had it like this deep set, I guess. So this is what the look looks like. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching.